Someone just asked weekly gym sessions and what I cover and how many times. So I'm going to answer that as how many times a week I'm working out. Right now, I do about 6 days a week, and I like to rest on Sundays as my day of rest. But to be honest, I could do 7 days a week. I love working out that much. It's really like my release. It's where I get out all of my energy. It's where I take out my frustrations. When I'm happy, I like to go work out. When I'm sad, I like to work out. I love the way it makes me feel. So for me, I could honestly be doing 7 days a week just because it's what I enjoy doing. But right now, I try to give myself a rest day. I kind of actually have to force myself on sometimes to take a rest day. So I'll do things like, maybe go get a massage. So it's more like an active rest day, just do stretching. But I just love the way that working out makes me feel and the endorphins it gives me. So yeah, I'm about 6 days a week right now. I also tend to rotate right now. Is what I've been doing is switching upper body and lower body, not necessarily the same body parts. So I'll do something like yesterday I did biceps and triceps, and the day before that I did glute focus. Today I'm going to do legs, so I'm going to focus on quads and hamstrings, and then probably tomorrow I'm going to do back. So kind of going back and forth between an upper body part and a lower body part, but not just going from like all upper body to all lower body, also rotating what body parts I'm working as well. How many meals a day do I usually eat? Right now, I'm doing actually like 4 meals a day. You'll see a lot of people do 6 meals a day. A lot of people will do, more people year round will do the basic 3 meals a day. For myself, 4 meals a day works really well because when I sit down and I have all the food in front of me, I tend to want to eat and eat a lot. So 4 meals works pretty well. That's about 4 hours to sometimes 4.5 hours between each meal. So breaking it down to do about 500 calorie meals a day is what I'm doing right now. All right, someone asked about diet plans. Do I offer for men too? Yes, the diet plans are for both men and women. Again, it's going to be tailored to you and what your body needs. It's not dependent on gender. So what your lifestyle is, your physiology, and all of those factors all combine to make up what your nutrition needs are. And I send out a huge nutrition assessment form going over like your workout history, your weight, your medications you're on, and a whole bunch of other stuff, foods you like, dislikes, and I use that to create your nutrition plan. And then how much water do I drink a day? I got a gallon. This is actually just, okay, I'm going to be honest with you. This is my gallon from yesterday. I did not drink this much, but my goal is right now to be drinking a gallon a day. I had been slacking recently, so I'm trying to pick my water game up a little bit, but I'd say drink about a gallon of water a day. Don't follow my lead, but I drink a gallon in addition to other things. So like, I'll drink a gallon. I like my coffee. This is actually tea, but I like my coffee in the morning. Right now I do tea. I actually really like the LaCroix waters because they help me feel full sometimes when I'm hungry just due to the carbonation. And also if you like soda or things like that, it's a good 0-calorie way to mimic it as well. So I'm drinking other things besides my gallon, but one of these for sure, I'm just water alone. I try to be getting a day right now. So I'm going to drink some. So today, I didn't finish mine all the way from yesterday, but I've already had like a LaCroix, coffee, and our tea today. Actually, I had 2 LaCroix. So I'm going to drink this and I'm trying to get down a whole nother gallon. But today's leg day, so I think I'll be able to because on leg days they're a lot more intense and I tend to be able to drink a lot more water. How many abs do I have? Well, I don't know, it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if you count these as abs. I mean, 6.5, 8, I don't know. I have the same, to be honest, I have the same number of abs as all of you. You just can see mine because of nutrition. We all have the same number of abs, just like we all have 2 arms, all that. What are my macros? Like I said, right now, because we're in an off season, I'm not at a specific macro ratio. I'll always try to get my protein for sure, and I usually right now I'm in a range more with my carbs and in a range with my fats. When I'm prepping for a show and I need to be, at a very specific body fat percentage, and I need, I'm trying to condition my body to look a certain way, yes, I will track my carbs, to be pretty much spot on within 5 grams, same with fats and same with my protein. Right now, I'm probably around 180 grams of protein a day. I like meat and I like eggs, so I love protein. Bring me out to dinner and I'll order a big ass steak topped with lobster. I'm not cheap. But yeah, so and then my carbs right now are, usually around 100 to 150. Maybe when I'll do a higher carb day up to about 200 too as well. But then again, like I said, I'm in a range. So some days I'm lower, some days I'm higher. And usually the carbs and the fat stays on a higher fat. So maybe a little bit lower carbs, higher carbs, lower fat, so on and so forth. Do you take a fat burner? So I do not like fat burners actually at all. When I was in high school and before I got into working out and into nutrition, I bought one of those Elite, Oxy Elite Pro fat burners is my way to lose weight. And I took it because my boyfriend at the time was taking it and he told me to take it as well. And I hated it. I hated the way it made me feel. It made me feel jittery, hot. It just made me feel not good at all. So I don't really think fat burners are necessary. I know a lot of people do them and they may work for you, but I see great results just through workout and nutrition. So my opinion is if you can do it without the fat burners, do it without the fat burners. I'm just not a huge fan of them. How do you know your maintenance calories? I have what is called an InBody, and it measures your lean body mass, your body fat percentage, your body water, and it takes into consideration your age, weight, and height, and all those factors together will make up what is called your BMI, your basal metabolic rate. And then if you add into it your activity factor, which is about how many times you're working out, you will get how many calories you need in a day. And usually it's going to be just a guesstimation at first, and you kind of got to play around with it. So online there's usually a bunch of different forms and things you can actually put into a calculator, your age, weight, height. If you know your body fat, that's going to be even better, all of those things. And it'll give you your BMR, and if you go even further and you look up your TDEE, total daily energy expenditure, it'll give you, put in your energy and expenditure in addition to your BMR, and that'll be about how many calories you need to be eating a day. Again, that's just a guesstimate. Everyone, some people it may be lower, some people it may be higher, but that's a good place to start. So start eating at that maintenance. And if you eat at what they tell you that your TDEE should be at and you are gaining weight, then you know that's not accurate and you need to lower it down. Same thing, if you're eating at that and you start to lose weight, okay, it's a little bit higher. That's usually a pretty good place to start at to try to figure out where it's at. How do I feel about a keto diet? I think ketogenic diets are short term. There's some medical reasons why it does work pretty well. Actually, kids who suffer from epilepsy, they found that a ketogenic diet can actually help things like that. I think for people who aren't working out super hardcore and intense, they don't need as much carbs. So in their case, a ketogenic diet may work pretty well. But realistically, if you are working out 5 more days a week, you're working out pretty hard, I don't think a ketogenic diet would be a good idea for you. Do I do lots of cardio? I hate cardio. I do as minimal cardio as I can, to be honest. So I know everyone's like, well, how do you stay so lean? diet. You don't need to be doing hours and hours of cardio if you have your nutrition on point. I will do, before every workout, a 10-minute warm-up. So even on leg day, I'll do like a 5-minute warm-up on the stair climber. Days where I'm just maybe doing biceps and triceps, I'll do a 15-minute warm-up. But I really don't do more than that. It never gets over 20, even when I'm prepping for a show. Tops, it'll be 30 minutes. But I hate cardio, and if I can do something else than cardio, so I would rather do things like sled pushes, dead mill pushes, anything that's really more strength related, I would rather do, because I'm just a strength athlete. So if you told me to honestly run a mile right now, I'd be huffing and puffing and crying like a baby because I hate cardio. But tell me to squat something, yeah, I'll do that, or push something, I like that way better. I was just asked what are my micros and when do I take them. So for those of you who don't know, micros are your micronutrients. Those are all going to be like your vitamins and minerals. So every day I take a fish oil in the morning and night. I take my woman's multivitamin. I take 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. I take magnesium citrate because it helps me be regular and helps me, because I'm eating a lot of protein and a really high fiber diet, helps me stay regular. Drinking water, though, in addition to a high fiber diet, is necessary. So the way I like to explain fiber is, if you're eating a ton of vegetables and you're getting a lot of fiber and you're not drinking a lot of water, fiber is just going to sit in your stomach because it's just a bulking agent. So you need the water to help digest it. So fiber is good, but if you don't drink a lot of water with it, you're going to be pretty stopped up. So sometimes I like to add in a little magnesium citrate to help everything go better. Talking actually makes me pretty thirsty. How often do I cheat? Everyone's definition of a cheat is so different. But for my definition of cheating, which would be going out to eat for a meal, so I'm not eating at home, I'm eating something where you go to eat, they're going to put butters and things on the food you probably would normally put on it if you're eating at home. I probably would have more carbs in it than I would normally eat. That's my definition of a cheat. And I probably am doing that about once or twice a week right now. Again, I'm still looking for healthy options though when I'm out. I'm always not going to order like loaded nachos or something. I like to have some nutritional value, so some of my favorite cheats are going out for sushi. Less healthy cheats are like things for me like froyo, just because I have a huge sweet tooth. Anything sweet is probably my less healthy cheats. But my healthier cheats, I love to have a badass steak with some wine. Sushi again. I love seafood, so. But depending on how often you cheat, it really depends on how close you are to your goal. So if you're just starting and trying to lose weight, I wouldn't recommend throwing in a cheat meal right away. The closer you are to your goal and the leaner you are, the more you want to implement a cheat meal so your body doesn't reach a plateau, so you can have a higher calorie day, so to kind of keep your body guessing. But if you're just starting your diet, don't throw in a cheat meal. But like I said, the closer you are to your goal, the more often you can sort of cheat. Where can I get help for my nutrition and diet and understanding it? So that's a pretty difficult question because there's so much false information out there about nutrition. There's so many fad diets and so many yo-yo diets. And to be honest, it's really hard to find good, accurate information out there. Any reputable sites I would look for, like .org. I wouldn't always look for good old bodybuilding bro science forums, although you may consider what I'm talking about right now is one of those. So not, bashing them all. There's some really good people out there who really do know what they're talking about, but there's also going to be the other end, people who don't know what the hell they're talking about, and they're going to still give you advice. So you kind of just have to use, your own intuition to kind of figure out what's, legit advice or not for nutrition. That's kind of why I like to offer my nutrition plans. With those, I go through carbohydrates, fats, and protein, how to make the best choices, and all of those things to give you accurate information when you do order a diet plan as well. What do I think is more beneficial, fasted cardio or non-fasted cardio? So, again, this one is hard because I've never done fasted cardio, ever. I don't need to do it. I get good results without it. I like to wake up and I'm hungry when I wake up and I like to eat. So I can't say out of personal experience if I've had better results by doing fasted cardio. I know it's kind of the big thing right now. So, if you think it works for you, that's okay. But I personally do not really, I don't have a need to do fasted cardio. So, you kind of have to experiment with that yourself. My favorite exercises, I'm a huge fan of leg day always. Glutes and leg day. Everyone probably says you must do a ton of abs. Well, abs actually, I don't work that much. Again, we all have abs. It's just you see them when you get to a low enough body fat percentage. So, and that comes mostly through my nutrition. So I'm actually not doing a whole lot of ab workouts. I do a lot of leg days and a lot of glute days because those are my favorite days though. What is your favorite muscle group to train at the moment? Again, glutes and legs, of course. Someone asked again, where can I get info for my nutrition and understand it, or a plan to follow? That would be a great time to go check out my website, rachelscheer.com, and check out some of the different nutrition plans that I offer there. I don't just give a nutrition plan, I also give a lot of educational material out there, grocery shopping lists. I go over fats, carbohydrates, protein, how to make the best quality choices from all of those groups, how to incorporate those into your plans, when to have a cheat meal, what foods you should eat when you are hungry, which foods to avoid. So for someone who wants more of an understanding of those things, that would be really ideal for you. How many days a week do I work my abdominal? Do I do weighted or not? I never do actually a full abs day, like by itself. When I'm doing things like shoulders, I like to, in between rest sets, throw in some ab work. And it's all going to be body weight because I really don't want my abs to be bulky. I like to have a strong core though, because your core is really important for a lot of different workouts you're doing, for squats, deadlifts, just things like that. So it's always important to have a strong core. But no, I don't do a specific ab day, and I'm probably only hitting my abs about 2-3 times a week. And again, it's not just an ab day, it's in between usually me working a different body part. Someone asked if it's important to take supplements to have a good body, and if food is not enough. It can be difficult, not saying impossible, but difficult to get all of the vitamins and minerals you need from food alone, especially if you are a picky eater. And I know a lot of us, especially in the fitness, we tend to eat the same things, a lot of the same things. So for us, it may be a little bit more difficult to get all of your vitamins and minerals, but if you're someone who really varies all the foods you're eating, varying all the vegetables, all your protein sources, things like that, maybe you don't need to be taking a multivitamin. But I know I eat a lot of the same foods, so there's probably some vitamins or minerals that I'm not getting as much of as other ones, so I just take a multivitamin to make sure I am getting all of those. I will stand up and flex my abs at the end. That means you have to watch. Someone asked what's the best fat burner. I don't know. I've never done them. I hate fat burners. How do you beat feeling bloated with? How much do I go to the bathroom? A lot. I hate. So that is one of the parts that, I mean, I can't say I'm used to it because I'll never really get used to getting up every, 30 minutes to an hour to go to the bathroom. But I do have to pee a lot. When I go out to dinner, I'll probably go to the bathroom right when I get there. In between dinner, I'll go to the bathroom, and then when I get to leave, I'll go to the bathroom. So going to dinner, I'm peeing about 3 times. When I'm at my house, I'm always running to the bathroom. So yeah, that part sucks, but I mean, it's kind of worth it. Sometimes if I'm traveling, I'll try to drink a little bit less water. So that's why I was traveling this last weekend, and I hate to be the annoying person having to go to the bathroom. I was on a plane. It was a 2.5-hour plane ride. I had to go pee 3 times. And I was not at the aisle seat, so I felt really bad. But what can you do? So, how tall am I? 5'5.5". So 5'5". On the dot. How do I stay focused with my diet, working out, and not getting lazy? I mean, I can't say. I've never been unmotivated before. We all have those days where we don't want to go to the gym, but, to be honest, you guys do motivate me a lot, and I'm motivated by helping other people. So by helping other people reach their goals, it motivates me. And because my job is, besides just online, what you guys see, I am a local nutritionist. I work with local clients. So it's important for me to not only look the part. We've seen the trainers out there, or your trainer needs a trainer, doing that. So it's important to look the part for my job. But also, I just love it. It's, going back to my past when I was in college, I was a huge party girl. I was in a sorority. I was binge drinking all the time. I didn't eat terrible, but I mean, the binge drinking made up for it, everything. So, that's when I gained my most weight. I was just partying all the time. And as soon as I decided, I made a change to cut out alcohol, and I actually quit my sorority. And that's when I really got into fitness. And I kind of replaced a negative addiction with a positive addiction, which was working out and weight training. And after, seeing the way it made me feel really good. I loved, and the results, speak for themselves, the results I fell in love with, but I fell in love with the way it made me feel. It became a new addiction, and that's kind of what keeps me motivated. Do I have more abs than my boyfriend? Visible abs? Yes. But do I have more abs? No. We all have the same abs. But I guess... But it's hard because, to be honest, girls store their fat where? Mostly in their butts and their thighs. So you can sometimes see girls who have a little bit more fat in their butt and thighs, and they'll have a pretty conditioned midsection. Where with guys, they'll have really lean legs, really lean butt, but then they'll store in their stomach. So, I mean, if I gain weight, it'll go to my butt and thighs. If he gains weight, it's going to go to his stomach. So it's not always fair, but that's why a lot of times the girls with the big asses can have the abs too. Yes, and some of you are creepy. No, I will not flex my veins. I may flex my abs at the end, but not my veins. And I do have lots of veins. You should see me when I work out though, I just feel like I turn into the Hulk out there. All my veins, like right now, like this is what's actually like hidden. But when I'm like working out, it'll like all like, and it's a little scary. But look like be a beast in the gym, and be a beauty outside the gym. water intake each day. Right now, a gallon. After we show, a gallon and a half. But this in addition to my coffees, LaCroix, and tea I'm drinking, so lots of liquids. Someone asked what my body fat percentage is. So right now I don't really know, but last time I checked I was around 14 to 15%. And I know a lot of people think I'm usually a lot lower, but if you can imagine it, a girl at about 12 to 10% is going to be a guy at about 2 to 3 or 4%. So girls cannot usually get below 10. I'm not saying they can't, but it's very unhealthy to get below 10. And even when I'm my leanest for a show, I think the leanest I've ever been and checked it, I was at about 11%. And even then, I did not like the way especially my butt looked, because my butt lost a lot of its softness and its fluffiness. That made it round, and it looked more like a bodybuilder butt. And I did not like that. So that was too lean for me. But for a show, so therefore I like to be at more around like 13% when I'm on stage. Off season, I can usually be, I would guess right now I'm around like 15 to 16%, which is, I'm still very lean at that percent. So, again, that would be about a guy who's at about, I'd probably say about 5, 6, maybe even 7%. So just think of it like that. Do my plans help for people outside the USA? Yes, my plans are available for all people. It doesn't matter what your location is. I send my nutrition assessment form to you. I go over, it's actually like 10 pages, super in-depth, so I can make a plan very specific to you and your needs. So as long as you speak English, because it'd be really hard for me to translate everything if you don't. But as long as you speak English, I could definitely write a plan for you. Do I speak Spanish? I guess hablo un poco de español. I took some Spanish in college, so I can speak a little bit of Spanish, but if you throw me somewhere where it's just like, blah, 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 I'd be like, ¿qué pasa? I'd be like, hola, mi amor, ¿qué? Speak a little bit, but not very fast. Yes, if you are interested in nutrition plans, definitely feel free to email me or send me a private message if you have any questions. I also am doing, so I do my one-time nutrition plans. They're great to follow long-term, but right now I'm doing a 12-week transformation where it's a nutrition plan and personal training. And what's really cool about that is there's an app integration with it where we have one-on-one communication, kind of like texting through the app. You guys can upload photos, so progress photos. You upload your food logs. So every week we'll go through all of your foods and write critiques on the ways you can improve the foods. And you get that whole personalized nutrition plan and training plan. And the training part is also incorporated into that app, where it has your training schedule with each workout, and every workout also has demonstrational videos with it as well. So it's really awesome, very personable, and that's going to be at rachelscheer.com/12week. So that's a really cool option. Otherwise, I do have just my simple nutrition plans available as well. So if I didn't get to answer your question, I'm really sorry, and please feel free to either send me a private message or email me if you do have any more. Otherwise, I thank y'all for watching. And I will do an ab flex for all of you psychos out there who are keep nagging at me to do it. Ugh.